Hello and welcome to another rd2l mini cast. This time it's rd2l mini division 3. Just like the name, division 3 by the way. It is the match best of 3 master versus Choco's team. Choco here. And we are going right into the bans. There is a Coddle has been banned out, as well as the Clinks. Choco is a filthy Clink spammer as far as I know. Coddle still a very strong support. Axe, Axe being banned out. I don't really know anybody on Radiant's team, so maybe they have an Axe spammer. But regardless, Axe, I mean, he's never bad, I feel like. Like, you can always do well in the offlane. And we are waiting on the last ban from the Radiant side. And it is a Legion Commander, so mostly offlane is taken out in this first phase. Venomancer, first pick. Woo! So we're already going with some Cancer heroes here. Venomancer, most likely gonna be played in the offlane. Going for maybe like 4 staff, stuff like that. He's a lot of damage with his ultimate. And
10 seconds, Radiant
I really like this first pick. Oh, there's a Nature's Prophet response. Nature's Prophet, he's gonna go after your couriers. Keep them in your base or you might lose them. And that gets your passive gold away. That's not what you want to see happen. I'm gonna see what's gonna be picked after Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet, most of the times now, I feel like he's being played as a support. Just helping out all the lanes with teleportation and with his treants. And also able to jungle quite easily in some downtime, since he can spawn minions. And the second pick from Radiant, together with Nature's Prophet. Ooh, Zeus. Global potential here from the Radiant side. And the immediate response by Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden is a really good pick against Zeus now, because she gives this magic resistance aura. Everybody just gets some free magic resistance. That's always good against Zeus. Nature's Prophet as well with his ultimate. That is magic damage. There we see a Monkey King banned out from the Dire, and Radiant bans out the Juggernaut. So far, both drafts, I would say, Radiant might have their 2 supports. Zeus could also go mid, of course. Meanwhile, on the Dire side, I would say it's most likely Venomancer offlane and Crystal Maiden 5 is what I would think, but hey, what do I know?
5 seconds remaining.
And next ban from Dire. They are dipping into their reserve time here. Apologize. What do you not want to play against this Venomancer? Maybe Lifestealer? Juggernaut has already been banned out. How's PA can just jump you and burst you before you can really react to it. Omni Knight. They banned Omni Knight, so they assume that it's Nature's Prophet and Zeus support, since they continue to ban out cores. I think it might be Zeus 4, Nature's Prophet 5. They're looking for a strong safe laner that can mostly stay on its own. Something
10 seconds. Radiant team pick.
like Gyro. I mean, they banned the Gyrocopter themselves. I mean, Gyrocopter, how does he do against Crystal Maiden now with the new Arcane Aura? It might not affect that much, but I don't know. I actually don't know. I really don't know. I apologize.
10 seconds remaining.
And we will see what's going to be the next pick here from Radiant. They are looking for something a bit tanky, I would say. Maybe a Centaur. Centaur or Sand King. Sand King is still in the pool. Sand King completely untouched by both teams. I'm a big fan of that hero. I feel like it provides such good lockdown, a lot of damage with Sandstorm and Epicenter. And it's a pretty good laner, especially with Zeus together. Oh, they decide to go for their safe laner. Faceless Void. Still very strong in this meta. Hasn't really been banned that much. His Aghanim Scepter got changed. That is maybe situationally kinda good? Question mark. I haven't seen it picked up at all. It has changed that now. With Time Walk you apply time dilation. That seems just really like not that big of a deal unless versus a very specific lineup. And what's gonna be the response from Dire? Faces Void I think is also really good against Venomancer. You can time walk. Actually no, Venomancer deals a lot of damage over time. Never mind. So time walk not that good against damage over time, but I'm sure he will be fine in his lane. Let's see what is the response here. The response is a Wraith King. Ooh. Wraith King is natural BKB builder, so Zeus will not do anything to him when he has that. He has his skellies to push. But I feel like isn't Faceless Void kinda good against Wraith King?
10 seconds remaining.
The bash is magical damage.
Remaining.
I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And the next picks. There's the Centaur. There's some beefy offlaner. Centaur should do quite good against Wraith King as well as Crystal Maiden. Both of those heroes don't really have like huge burst potential. You have to be a bit careful against the slows maybe, but even that is kind of negatable. And the Centaur could just turn around with Nature's Prophet, TP in, and retaliate stacks. You have to be very careful as Crystal Maiden and Wraith King. We're gonna see him, and most likely gonna see here now this the other support for the Dire side, or an offlaner if they decide they want to put the Venomancer as a support.
Radiant team ban.
And it is a Puck support. They could also it's a nice flex pick, although they will reveal their lineup. But it could be Puck mid as well. I'm sure Choco is able to play that. In terms of it's just some really good catch. The Dream Coil very good against the Stampede if you can get it off right as Centaur pops Stampede. Nobody can really run away because they will snap the coil, take so much damage, stand there stupidly being stunned. So very nice pickup. Also gives them a lot more burst potential. Puck has a lot of burst with the changes to his Waning Rift. Has even a mini blink dagger in one of his abilities. That hero is really strong at the moment as a support as well as a mid laner. As a mid laner, he can pop off in certain games, as we've seen in the Division 2 game of Itachi versus Ruffneckl. Both Itachi as well as Sev played that hero phenomenally. And we'll see what's going to be the last ban here on the side of Radiant. So this Puck is most likely going to be support, so they look to ban out a mid hero.
Dire team ban.
Magnus. Yeah, Magnus is a really strong mid laner, especially with that skewer axe. Very, very annoying to deal with. There's also a mid hero still left for Radiant, so maybe... how
10 seconds
OD
remaining.
might be quite good against Wraith King.
Team pick.
Storm Spirit ban. Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit would be pretty good, especially with that global potential of Stampede, Zeus ult, Nature's Prophet TP, as well as his ultimate. And so Storm Spirit able to jump quite long distances. The ganking potential would
10
be
seconds
really
remaining.
big on the side of Radiant with the Storm Spirit. Maybe they go Ember Spirit.
5 seconds
Well,
remaining.
they will see the mid matchup before. So for Dire, maybe
Radiant
something like a
team
TA. Pangolier, the Frenchman. Point away. So it is. I mean, it's still a flex pick. Like they could either put Pango support and Puck mid, or Pango mid and Puck support. But most likely Puck support and
10
Pango mid,
seconds
I would
remaining.
say. I feel like Pango support is a bit more.
5 seconds remaining.
We'll see what's going to be the response from the Radiant side. They have 15 more seconds. Are they going to be able to find the pick that they want, or are they going to random? Three, two, one. And it is a Death Prophet. Ooh. So Death Prophet mid. Death Prophet mid, center off lane, and Faceless Void. Safe lane, very standard lanes. Meanwhile, on the Dire side, they seem to still be thinking about it, what they want to do. And haven't picked their heroes yet. At least 3 people haven't yet. It's a Sauce Puck with some nice cosmetics. And Choco Pangolier. So it is gonna be Pango against Death Prophet.
10 seconds remaining.
I feel like both should be able to get good last
5
hits.
seconds remaining.
Death Prophet is just gonna able to push out the lanes with Crypt Swarm very easily. Meanwhile, Choco has Swashbuckle. Pango has Swashbuckle. I think it depends a lot on how these safe lanes are going to go. If this Faceless Void is going to have a good start, because if he doesn't, he kind of struggles to recover in terms of farm. Meanwhile, the Wraith King, even if he doesn't have the best laning phase, his Skellies provide a huge burst to farm. And Faceless Void is kind of lacking that, but of course has Chronosphere, one of the best ultimates in the game. And also, like, the Death Prophet also gives him some nice tower push together with the Nature's Prophet. So I do believe that unless Venomancer is able to put down wards before a push comes, Death Prophet with Nature's Prophet is going to take quite a few of the Dire's towers in the early game. Or early to mid game. And we are heading into the game. There we see Choco Pango, absolutely no cosmetics. You let your skills speak for yourself. And we go to free camera and we already have a pause. I know you do. So we can go over the players. So on the Dire side, we have Choco playing the Pangolier, Venomancer played by Softskin, Chow Mains playing the Wraith King, Fonzo playing the Crystal Maiden, and Sauce playing the Puck. Meanwhile, on the Radiant side, we have Night Whisper playing the Death Prophet. Very fitting name. We have Zamo playing the Faceless Void. We have Master on the Nature's Prophet. We have, what's the name, Voldrox on the Zeus, and Clueless going with that Centaur Runner, starting 2 Rings of Protections. Very interesting. In terms of couriers, who is disappointing me? We have here disappointment from Clueless having an absolutely default courier. And who else has a default courier? It is Night Whisper. Disappointed. Very much disappointed. Meanwhile, on the Dire side, any disappointments? No, I want Dire to win. I apologize, Radiant, but you disappointed me with 2 couriers. Like, what the fuck? And the game has started. So it is gonna be the Nature's Prophet support, as I've said. And he is actually Nature's Prophet is gonna go bottom, while Zeus is gonna go with the Centaur off lane. So Faceless is gonna be most of the time alone in his lane against the Venomancer and Puck. Puck, who's starting with Headdress. There we already see some. Ooh, stun onto the Centaur and a slow by the Crystal Nova. There we see a Lightning Bolt, and that's a lot of damage onto the Centaur Warrunner, who is gonna start to eat a tango. And there, Wraith King already starting his dance. Ooh, are they gonna get this Zeus here? Zeus is a lot more squishy than the Centaur. Venomancer Vent Poison Sting level 1. So we'll see. They are trying to go for some... Are they gonna be able to take both Bounty Runes down bottom here? It does kinda look like it. Actually, now Faceless Sword is gonna move in. And they are trading right clicks. And there's the orb. And who gets it? It is the Faceless Void Zemo with the faster clicks. And he's gonna time walk forward. Is this gonna be first blood here? No, not quite. Meanwhile, up top, there's a Lightning Bolt onto the Wraith King again. And it is a 2-for-2 rune exchange. Both teams just getting richer, nobody getting poorer. Oh, nobody not getting gold. We already have 8 Retaliate stacks on this Centaur. You have to be careful as Crystal Maiden. And mid, as we said, we have this Death Prophet against the Pango matchup. We'll see how that's gonna go. Top, they are landing a stun onto the Centaur, but he has activated his Retaliate stack, so he is going to look to bully for the next 10 seconds or so. There is some harass onto Choco, both just eating an Ironwood tree branch. Not Ironwood tree, Iron Branch tree. Ironwood is the neutral item. There, Crystal Nova on the Centaur. In terms of last hits, everything going pretty even so far, but Faceless, he is having a really good game. He has 7 last hits, 5 denies. Ooh, that is going very well. Nature's Prophet able to push out to bully away these 2 supports quite handedly. Also level advantage now. Is gonna get this denied? Not quite. Oh no, that was last hit. He was able to get that. Is this gonna be a kill here? One more right click, not gonna go for it. Is he gonna teleport for it? No. But there is no salve for the Venomancer, and he is at 100 health. Just trying to stay in experience range. They're trying to go onto this Zeus now, and Voldrox, he is in a world of hurt. Is he gonna get away? Yes, he is. Centaur, good buddy, trying to save him. And there is a pull by the Crystal Maiden. He's gonna get stopped by the Zeus though. Yeah, they are going on to the Venomancer. Venomancer has a salve now. And nice body blocks there by Puck. Are they gonna go try to turn this around? Not quite, no. Sauce not gonna jump to that orb. Now healing salve has been delivered by to the Venomancer, and he's using it. Also one used up top by the Wraith King. And retaliate stacks have been activated by the Centaur. Crystal Maiden is in a world of hurt here and gets stunned, and that's first blood. Crystal Maiden going down. And Voltrox, he has another lightning bolt. That is level 2. That is quite some damage, but Crystal Maiden is gonna come in here. Misses the Crystal Nova. Oh, there's the kill by Voltrox. Well played there by the Zeus, hiding in the woods to get the kill in the end. In terms of last hits, you see Radiant being the top 3. Only Choco being able to kinda keep up with the Death Prophet, but Wraith King as well as Venomancer having a rough game so far. Venomancer still only level 2, the same as Puck. Meanwhile, Faceless Void level 3, as well as the Nature's Prophet. They are going on the tower once again, but not gonna pursue too far with the retaliate stacks, taking a few tower shots there. There is now a level 3 Gale onto the Nature's Prophet, but he is just gonna TP out. He knows he has his teleportation spell. And I missed the kill up top. Centaur being a bit too low and getting caught out by the Crystal Nova together with the stun from Wraith King. Choco also getting really low, getting some last hits with Swashbuckle. And he is gonna go Shrine at this 5 minutes. We have 3, actually 4 bounty runes for the Dire. That is gonna make up for their lack of last hits so far. The entire team getting some gold, meanwhile Radiant does not get anything. Stun onto the Centaur. And it's healing self activated by Wraith King. Nice juke there by Wraith King, but he is still gonna get... do they have a stun? No more stun by the Centaur. Was still on cooldown. 22 seconds at level 1. There, Gale onto the Nature's Prophet. He doesn't have TP up for another 5 seconds. And is this gonna be enough damage? Doesn't look like it. No, it's not. He still has 180 HP left. But again, this Faceless Void has absolutely free farm. 35 last hit, 19 denies. 19 denies. He is closing in on his Hand of Midas rush on the Faceless Void. He wants to carry his team. His healing self activated by the Faceless Void now. There we see a pulled stun onto the Centaur as well as Crystal Nova. Not trying to pursue any further. Or do they? Stun onto 2 people and Crystal Maiden is down. You have to be careful against this Centaur. And Zeus. They have so much burst potential. There is also a Nature's Prophet here now. He couldn't get any of the couriers though. And they are diving on the tower. But Wraith King just going deeper into the woods. But Crystal Maiden has to be careful here. And they found the Wraith King. There is a Frostbite onto the Nature's Prophet. He also missed a kill mid. Not a kiss. Missed a kill mid. Crystal Maiden was not able to get the kill onto the Nature's Prophet. But might get killed once again. Yes. Centaur getting the last hit. So mid, it seems to be... Let's check this out really quick. How does this happen? Okay, so here we have Death Prophet. Doing all fine in lane. Choco, he is 1 level down. And he threatens to activate his ultimate. Now he activates it. And Puck comes in as well. Just for the additional right click, and there we have 3 times getting the mango for the last hit. Well played there by Choco, and having himself just to get topped off. And here the going after the Crystal Maiden, as we've already seen. Ooh, I like this courier. Very cute. Now Puck is gonna try to go top. Is he gonna able to find a kill here onto the centaur? Silence into... Nice play there by Sauce, recognizing the possibility of centaur just staying the tiny moment too long. They did take the tier 1 though, and it is a 2k advantage at 7.5 minutes. Again, this Faceless Void, virtually untouched. Wraith King is now coming down here, but he is 2 levels behind. 2 levels and about 50 CS behind.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Oh no, Samo's courier has been killed. At least it wasn't the Hand of Midas on it. There is a Chronosphere onto this Wraith King. Is he gonna get any bashes? There is a bash. Stun onto the Wraith King. And the Gale onto the Faceless Void. But the double edge too much, and Venomancer is just gonna TP out. Nice rotation there by the Centaur, helping out his buddy to get the kill. He did not get any bashes in that Chronosphere. There is an Arcane Rune on the Crystal Maiden. And they are trying to go on to this Death Prophet, Gale, Frostbite, Crystal Nova, absolutely everything. But there's the Stampede away. And Death Prophet is absolutely fine. They threw everything at her and it wasn't enough. Meanwhile, they are still trying to take this tier 1 down here. And also the tier 1 mid has been taken down. So far, it's looking really good for the Radiant side. Dire has to do some catch up with the Wraith King. Wraith King is gonna go for a drums. There's a stun onto the Crystal Maiden, but there's a Gale as well as Swashbuckle. Can Choco turn this around? Nice 3-man coil by the Puck, and the Centaur went down. Those are all really low. There's another Swashbuckle by Choco, getting the Nature's Prophet as well. TP out by Faceless, and another orb by Puck. He is gonna go forward. Is there another silence? Silence there, and Shield Crush. Are they gonna be able to find Voldrox? It does look like it. Nice play again with the Swashbuckle. But they have to get out of here now. Choco doesn't have mana for a TP and he's level 9. Can he make his way out of here? He's really fast. But he's faster. He finally had enough mana and he's just gonna TP out. Nice turnaround there by Dire. Nice 3-man coil. That 3-man coil was what set it all up. And then Choco just finishing these targets off with Swashbuckle left, right, and center. In terms of bounty runes, we see it is so far a 2-for-1 exchange for the Dire. But Radiant is going to get the second one here as well. As it looks like. Yep. Nature's Prophet is going to take this one. Is he? Is he gonna take this one? Yes, he is. Wraith King found a keen optic. I'm not sure if you could give that to the Puck. Puck actually has a mechanism. That's really good. Mechanism and boots. For having quite a rough laning phase. Meanwhile, I'm missing all the kills here. Choco has been diving tier 1, but there's the Chronosphere onto 2 heroes. Puck is now here as well, getting the Dream Coil, and Faceless Void is getting really low, but Death Prophet is gonna clean it up. There we have the kill onto the Crystal Maiden as well as the... Oh, Faceless Void has to be careful here. Is he gonna go down? No, Faceless Void surviving on a sliver of HP. Also, his Midas off cooldown, immediately uses it. The dive there a bit too far from the Dire side. Not able to net them the kills that they wanted. Meanwhile, Venomancer has a Flatzer now. So there are these aura items on the side of Dire, like a mech on the Puck, flats on the Venomancer. I'm a big fan of that. For 2 seconds until another Rolling Thunder. Crystal Maiden has nothing yet, but I'm sure we'll try to get some items soon. And Wraith King still going for that drums. Meanwhile, on the other side, we see Faceless Void has finished his power threads, has his Hand of Midas. He has good amounts of farm. Death Prophet found an elixir and is gonna go Yule's Scepter first. It's nearly finished. Nature's Prophet is gonna go for a medallion, if I'm not wrong. Yes, that's a medallion. And top Centaur, he has a Vanguard now, and he is gonna hit this Crystal Maiden. This mechanism keeping her alive, and there's a Dream Coil on 2 heroes. Are they gonna be able to turn this around? No, Choco missing, but there's a Poison Nova onto 3 heroes. Exorcism used by the Death Prophet. Zeus going down. Zeus buying back, using his ultimate. Stampede also being used to get the Centaur out of trouble. Meanwhile, Death Prophet cleaning up on the Venomancer as well as the Crystal Maiden. In the end, Choco was able to get the Centaur as well as the Zeus, and this was a buyback by the Zeus, so overall this definitely is favoring Dire, especially since they are a bit behind. Arcane Ring has been found. Meanwhile, Master is pushing down bottom. He has his medallion finished. Faceless, he's just there. He has his Chronosphere up again. He wants to fight. He is not afraid to be engaged in those fights. Ooh, there is a stun onto this puck. Are they gonna be able to find him? Phase shift into an orb. I don't think they can follow this up. There's no ultimate available. And no vision on this puck for the Nature's Prophet ultimate.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And Radiant is pushing top now with Centaur. Centaur, he has a Vanguard, he has a Buckler, he has a Ring of Protection. He has all these items. He is a tanky boy. And there they use the Thundergord's Wrath just to see if they are trying to defend this house. But no, it is Wraith King meanwhile trying to... Ooh, I actually missed a kill there. Venomancer trying to go for the outpost, but didn't quite get it in time and gets himself killed against the Faceless Void, who did use Chronosphere. There's a Stampede away. No, it's a Stampede in to get Choco. Choco getting killed by the Centaur. And now Nature's Prophet is coming in. They also want to go onto this Wraith King. Wraith King is getting low. There's a nice freezing field by the Crystal Maiden, netting the kill onto the Centaur. And Wraith King, he wants more. He has his reincarnation, and they are getting this. They are getting the Nature's Prophet, but they lost Fonzo's courier. Zeus also going down to the creeps, not to Fonzo. Fonzo very sad, he lost his courier. Meanwhile, Faceless Void has now a Javelin as well as some regen getting shipped out. And he is TPing top before he gets his items, so his courier has to make all the way back. And it is a 2 for 2 exchange? No, it is a 3 for 1 exchange. Faceless Void able to get the ones down bottom and then TPing top, catching another one. He now has his Javelin. He is closing in on his Maelstrom. And we see a 5k lead so far. Radiant doing really well in terms of experience as well as net worth. Crystal Maiden is gonna take this outpost back here. But Death Prophet is here as well. Are they gonna try to set up a trap here? Doesn't look like it. Venomancer, he has Boots of Travels and a Nether Shawl. Also an Ink Claw found by the Wraith King. He has finished his drums. He is gonna go Radiance now, thinking he has recovered quite well in this jungle. He can go now for the big item in terms of a Radiance. Oh, there we see a Growth Bow being found. That's actually It's really good on Death Prophet and maybe later on oh, there is a fight around here. Zeus ult. Nice two-man Dream Coil onto two people. Choco rolling in. But the Yule's there to stop. There, a three-man Chronosphere. Beautifully placed by Zamo. And netting the kill onto Choco as well as the Crystal Maiden Fanzo. And Puck is getting caught out as well. Wraith King can nothing do but TP out. And Venomancer, is he gonna be able to get out of here? He doesn't have a TP. Is there gonna be another Lightning Bolt? Lightning Bolt? Not quite in range. Thinking he went this way, but finding a ward instead. What a Chronosphere by Zamo, TPing in 3 heroes, and his team absolutely shreds them apart. Well played there, well played. They also keep their outpost, as well as this one here. Wraith King can maybe take this one back. Vambrace recipe has been found by the Death Prophet. Nature's Prophet is gonna go on to this Wraith King. He's gonna try to body block him, but the Skellies are helping him out, killing the Treants. We are at a 7k advantage, but it does not really feel like this. Everything comes down to these team fights. Also, now Chronosphere is down. Now would be the time to fight. Is there gonna be a stun? Stun onto the Faceless Void, into a Rolling Thunder as well as a Dream Coil, and that's Faceless Void dead. Faceless Void overestimating his team a little bit, as well as himself, and gets himself killed. Well played there, recognizing the possibility of just killing the enemy's position 1. But oof, this Nature's Prophet has been getting farm. He has the drums as well as the growth bow, as well as the medallion. He has more farm than the enemy position 3 Venomancer. Are they gonna go for a smoke here? Choco, he has now a Poor Man's Shield that has been found. He has a buckler, he has a Maelstrom, and he is going Axe next. He wants to go for those Rolling Thunder shenanigans. Mr. Fanzo needs some milk, has been spilled. Oh no. Oh no, Choco, you spilled your milk? That's not good. Whew. That's not good. You need those for your teeth and your bones. Really important, really important. We want you to be growing big and strong, Choco. So in terms of items, are there any items that has been recently picked up? There has been a Kaya picked up by Night Whisper on the Death Prophet, as well as the Vambrace. As well as the Essence Ring. Essence Ring actually, it's like a mini mechanism. So it's pretty good against on Death Prophet, I would say. In a team fight, just swap it in for the Soul Ring. Meanwhile, we have the Imp Claw on Wraith King, as well as he's at 3,700 gold, so he is getting close to his relic money. Pretty much has it. And how are we looking? Can we jump ahead a little bit? Has the milk been cleaned up? There we are. Milk has been cleaned up. And Wraith King is TPing out.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And there, Blink on the Centaur away, and he is gonna get stunned. Are they gonna be able to kill him? Stun onto the Wraith King. Frostbite follow-up, as well as their Stampede has been used, but another stun from the Wraith King, as well as the Rolling Thunder. Rolling Thunder again onto the Centaur, and this Centaur is gonna be dead. Well played there. Nice stun lock from the 3 heroes, enabling the kill. If they had overlapped a little bit, Centaur would have gotten away. So there are signs of life here on the side of Dire. And they are going to go in. Silence onto the Nature's Prophet, and Nature's Prophet is dead. And they are taking this tier 1 mid. It's a 7k advantage for Radiant, but it doesn't feel like it. It feels like these teams are neck and neck.
Radiant's middle tower
Wraith King has 4,000 gold. He now bought his relic on the side shop. Only needs 600 more gold for that Radiance. And then this Wraith King is scary. But the Faceless Void, he is closing in on his BKB. Stun onto Choco is gonna miss. Don't think they can really follow this up without... Oh, or do they want to use the Chronosphere? Is he gonna get the Chrono? Not quite in range there by Zamo. Choco just gonna swashbuckle and shield crush away. In terms of levels, we see Choco has been fallen behind quite a bit. In terms of experience, it is not looking good for Dire, but they are making it work. There, ooh, that's a nice ancient stack for the Wraith King to farm together with the help of the Venom wards and some experience for Pango. And there's, you see Zeus puts up a bolt, so they see around. Nature's Prophet is gonna TP in. That is a Gale onto the Nature's Prophet. Poison Nova onto multiple heroes. Shrine has been used. There we have an ultimate, but Shrine has just recently been used. And are they going to be able to find the kill? They find the kill onto the Venomancer. Freezing Field has been cancelled by the Zeus, I believe. Reincarnation used by the Wraith King, but his team is mostly dead. The Exorcism was used right before the Chronosphere, enabling all that damage. And it is a nearly level 20 Death Prophet. And they are wanting to go high ground. We are 22 minutes in, just as I was praising Dire. They are getting pushed onto their high ground. Wraith King, he finished his Radiance now. I don't believe he had it in the fight though. That might have made a difference. Are they gonna get this Rax here? Blink forward by Centaur, trying to land a stun, but the phase shift prevents this from the puck. Let's see another Sprout onto this Venomancer. Oh, the Dream Coil onto two heroes, catching out Death Prophet as well as Nature's Prophet. Gale again onto the three-man stun by the Centaur, killing Choco immediately. Wraith King, he wants to make this worthwhile. Nature's Prophet buying back. He is going to TP in. Yule Scepter used by the Death Prophet. Death Prophet is healing up. Is she going to be able to survive this? No. Crystal Nova is going to end her life. Centaur is going to blink in once again. He has been hit by Gale. Is he going to go down? Stampede away, but he is already dead. Faceless Void wants to fight again. He doesn't have BKB. Nice Time Walk away to Time Walk all that damage off. He's going to use Time Walk once again. He has an Arcane Rune. There we have an ultimate by the Crystal Maiden and Zeus. He is out of mana and on the wrong side of town. And it's going to get killed by Sauce. He got sauced. What a fight. Dire turning it around in the last moment. Only losing the melee barracks. Surely not what they wished for, but they got a buyback out of the Nature's Prophet and killing him again. Whew. 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 And are they looking to do Roche? Yes, they are. They have the lifesteal from the Wraith King. Oh, and the outpost has been captured by Venomance. Is he going to be able to get this one down here as well? It doesn't look like it. They find Centaur. Centaur's blink has been cancelled by the wards. And this Roche does look like it's uncontested. Are they going to use Zeusel to scout this out? Doesn't look like it. They are TPing in, but they are TPing in too late. They have all these wards here. So it is an Aegis onto the Wraith King. Both outposts now again controlled by the Radiant. Dire not getting any experience. In terms of bounty runes, it is 2 for 1 for Radiant. So far, 1 still needs to be picked up. So we have a fight here, and it is Puck going down, getting caught out by the Centaur. Clueless, delivering with the Blink Dagger. Crystal Maiden has to be careful here. Got sprouted, but there is a TP in from the Venomancer. Another Sprout. And Choco being here as well. He doesn't want to use the Rolling Thunder for this. He has a haste rune. Not finding the Nature's Prophet though. And this bounty rune. So it is a 2-for-2 exchange. Everybody just getting a bit richer. We have a TP in here by Nature's Prophet. Just putting down some wards. Meanwhile, Centaur is pushing down top. Pipe has been picked up by Venomancer as well as the Centaur Warrunner. Also, Titan Sliver picked up by both teams. It is in the hands of Centaur and in the hands of Choco. No, Choco has a Helm of the Undying and a Titan Sliver in the backpack. There also was a third eye picked up. I didn't see which team got it. It is on the Faceless Void. He picked up a third eye, making dewarding even easier. I think you should give this to the Nature's Prophet, I believe. Not 100% sure. They are taking the shrines now. Radiant playing really clinically. They want to take every bit of advantage that they can before pushing against this Aegis. Wraith King, he is trying to go for a BKB as well as an AC. And bottom shrine has been going down. 27 minutes in, 9k advantage, but it is even bigger story in terms of experience. Radiant has so much higher levels. Again, Death Prophet level 21, while the Pango level 16. Woo, we don't want to see this anymore. Also, Pango now falling behind the Venomancer as well.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Outpost has been getting captured by Venomancer. Spider Legs been found by Pango. He's finding all these neutral items, but he really just wants to finish his Aghanim Scepter. Bottom tower fell. Just to the wrath of the Centaur. With the backup of the Zeus. There is a Maelstrom on the Puck. Puck has quite some items. Mech, Maelstrom, Desolator. What a build. What a build. He is going for the right click Puck. Which I'm surprised about. I thought as a support Puck you would go more for the like cast range. Just making your abilities do more as well as then. And they're trying to go on this Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden going down. Zeus ult too much vision against the Glimmer Cape. And it is a 5 versus 4 now. Crystal Maiden doesn't have buyback. I thought with Puck you would go for more the magic build, and then later on, if it's a really long game and it gets into the level 25 to level 30 area, then you get the right click items because you're gonna get all the talents, which is fucking insane. Especially with your plus 420 GPM. Fucking insane. Backdoor protection has been activated for a second there. They are just trying to push out this wave. They are engaging onto the Centaur, but this Centaur is one beefy motherfucker. And Wraith King has to be careful. He has Aegis though. There we have a Chronosphere onto two people as well as BKB used by the Faceless Void. And they are finding the kill onto this Venomancer. He has Helm of the Undying though, but he is dead now, not able to do much there. And they are continuing to push here. Are they going to be able to take down this tower with the Exorcism? BKBs used by Death Prophet as well as Faceless Void. For stuff being picked up by Nature's Prophet. And Centaur is here again. Is he going to get the stun? Stun onto two people. And this Puck is just gonna... No, he's not down yet. Now he's down from the Zeus ultimate. There is no Aegis onto the Wraith King anymore, but they find the kill onto the Faceless Void. Faceless Void is down and Radiant has to disengage, trying to find the kill onto this Zeus. Pango getting the Zeus kill. Sprout keeping back the Wraith King. But again, it is Radiant getting all the advantages from the outposts as well as the bounty runes. And there is a double kill. Did he buy back? He bought back and died again. No! I missed the buyback from the puck and he bought back and he died again. And they are trying to go onto this Venomancer as well. Hide this fight recap. And he's gonna try to get the outpost at least. Oh, and a pause. Disconnect from the Centaur Warrunner. In the heat of the moment, his internet decided to go bye-bye. Oof. He's gonna go Axe next on the puck. Not going for Desolator anymore. And that Dream Call can be very, very good against the BKBs of Death Prophet as well as the Faceless Void. Faceless Void got blown up though. I did not expect him to die that fast, and then I think neither did Zamo. Zeus, he has an Ironwood tree. His power surged. Restarting PC. Okay. There we have the Intelligence Vambrace on the Death Prophet. Death Prophet closing in on her Aghanims. It is a 12k advantage now. But it does feel kind of hard for Radiant to push into high ground. This Wraith King is still a huge threat. He has his AC now going for a blink next. He has the Titan Sliver. Choco with the Aghanim Scepter now. His Rolling Thunder is gonna be a lot of damage. We are gonna jump forward a bit. Reconnect it. Or not. Go. Captain AFK. Oops. Okay, there. We went. Okay, so is this gonna be a kill here? It does look like it. He could just TP out. Don't want to say it, but he could just TP out. Helm of the Undying. The Aegis ran out in the middle of that fight. If they would have found... Well, I guess he has Reincarnation on Wraith King, so it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. But still. Ooh, Spider Legs found now also by the Death Prophet. There. Zeus keeping in. Only 400 more gold for the Aghanim Scepter on the Death Prophet. Oh, nice use of Spider Legs. I was confused for a second there. Spider Legs now with these very horrifying animations that isn't quite in this game yet. Stun onto the Wraith King. Wraith King has a DD though. Not sure if you want to fight this. He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna continue farming. Ooh, Wraith King landing the big crit onto Faceless Void, and Faceless has to use his BKB immediately. Stun onto the Crystal Main to stop the ultimate. Wraith King getting really low stun and not quite hitting there. Sprout hits though onto the Wraith King. Wraith King, is he gonna use his first life? It kinda looks like he wants to. There is a buyback available from the Crystal Main. They could bait this. They did take down that shrine earlier. I just didn't quite. No, they did that. I know they did it about this one. There is now the axe finished on the Death Prophet. Faceless Void, he has finished his Mjolnir. And going into a Satanic next. And top is getting pushed in. Again, it feels like just like a very slow death for the Dire. Like Radiant is controlling all of these outposts, all of the runes. And that is why we see this huge experience lead. Huge! Choco is getting close to his level 20.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Meanwhile, Centaur level 23. Gale not quite hitting their stun onto the Nature's Prophet. Are they gonna find this kill here? He is getting the Sprout off. Nice use of Force Staff, and there is another Gale, and this Nature's Prophet is gonna go down. 3-man Chronosphere into a Poison Nova, but Void Venomancer is just gonna go down, as well as the Crystal Maiden. And Faceless Void, he wants more. He is gonna go forward. He also wants this puck. Puck can't jump to the orb quite fast enough. And there's a Yule Scepter to dispel. And Radiant wants to continue to push this. There is a buyback available on the Nature's Prophet. They are... this barracks just like melted. Absolutely melted. Meanwhile, bottom, Zeus is pushing in. Never heard of that pushing power. They are getting a stun onto the Faceless Void. Faceless just dies in that one stun. That's 800 gold for the Crystal Maiden. They have to be careful how they disengage. That's the second time that the Zemo just underestimating the damage that is coming out of this dire lineup. In terms of buybacks used, there was a buyback used by the Crystal Maiden, but apart from that, no other buybacks. There is a DD in front of Roche. And we are closing in on the 35-minute mark. Are they going to be able to take an outpost? It doesn't look like it. Again, that is experience. That's a lot of experience for the Radiant side. Now we see 875 experience for each member of this Radiant side. In terms of bounty runes, it is a 2-for-1 so far, and there's still one here. And it is Nature's Prophet. It's just gonna pew pew pew. The seeds of full roots and run. So now there is 25 on Centaur. Hoof stomp duration. That stun is 4.25 seconds. What is this stun? We also have the 25 on the Death Prophet, which is, she gets the +8 spirits. Interesting. Normally, I see people going for haste. Meanwhile, there is a fight here. Zeus has an axe apparently. Stampede away, and nobody dies on the Radiant side. Huge Poison Nova, but it isn't quite enough to finish these people off. The axe now available for the Zeus with his Excellence as well as Vale. Going for Kaya Yasha next. He is Zemo also closing in on his level 25. And they are taking this Roshan quite quickly. It doesn't look like Dire is going to be able to defend this. Their lanes are in no position to do so. And that's an Aegis on the Faceless Void. Also a heart on the Centaur War Runner, Crimson Guard, Boots of Travel. Closing in on Satanic on the Faceless Void. There's a Force Staff. Getting an Orchid now on Nature's Prophet. Whew, all of those items are just... Bloodstone on the Death Prophet. They are trying to go onto this Zeus. Zeus has a mech, an essence ring, not a mech, but not enough. There is a stampede used to get the Venomancer. But did Clueless overextend? They are finding him. It is a 5 versus 1 fight, and Centaur did overextend. Stop it. Just stop it. It hurts. He's already dead. A bit of overextensions there, both by Zeus as well as Centaur. But they're like... Dire can't really push. Like, they don't have any of the like free gold or free experience. Oh no. Puck getting caught out with the Orchid. And that's Puck down. Oh, the range, actually, it's really good. Plus 20 strength now on Pango, getting some more HP. And this Nature's Prophet has to be careful here, but he has a Force Staff as well as an Orchid. And he's just gonna TP out. See ya, bitches! Death Prophet just continuing to farm. Wants an Octarine core next. I mean, why not? Ooh. Their outpost is getting taken over by the Venomancer there. We'll see if they are able to hold this for the 40-minute mark. Oh, the taunt. It's a good taunt. It's a really good taunt. I like this taunt. Crystal Maiden hit her level 20, going for the 60 freezing field damage. Oh, there. Chronosphere onto the Venomancer. Venomancer with the Zeus Nimbus, just gonna die. Oh, they are going to try to take this outpost here, but there is a stun, 4.25 seconds, and Crystal Maiden dies in that duration, as well as the Wraith King. He has hit his level 25, but he is in a 1 versus 4 situation, and he is gonna go down. And now both outposts in the side of Radiant once again. So it is experience for Radiant once again. And the Wraith King is dead for 80 seconds. Oh, Minotaur Horn has been found by Choco. That does plus 20 strength. Ooh, and it's a mini BKB. Buyback from the Venomancer. They don't want to use the buyback on the Wraith King though. Really don't want to use that. Bind runes have not been picked up yet. Puck, is he gonna go for it? No. They are pushing in top. 40 seconds without Crystal Maiden. Thus, there's the buyback from the Wraith King. They are just letting the Death Prophet tank up front. This tower is about to go down. Stun onto the Death Prophet. Wraith King wants to go in here. Do we see a Dream Coil here? 2-man Dream Coil. But the BKBs are there. It's not an axe. It is an axe Dream Coil. That's a long stun onto the Faceless Void. But it doesn't matter. They are just a bit too far behind. Wraith King going down. GG is called. And Radiant taking this game number 1 in a best of 3 series. Well played there by the Radiant team. But it's not over yet. You have to do 2 more games. They are getting the Aegis on the Faceless Void. But that's just the Aegis. Good game, everybody. Good game. Thank you for listening.